If you have photographs, textiles, blankets, letters, newspapers, any of that stuff at home, this applies to you because there's ways to protect all of it.
And that's the thing, protecting it. Sometimes we think we're protecting it, and under our own watch, we're not.
Right. And it's nothing that anyone is doing wrong. It's just the nature of these objects, that time is terrible to things, and you think you're doing the right thing, but you may be at that moment. But the way we protect things change, the way, environments change. So there's all these factors that you just have to constantly try to keep in mind.
So you have letters here today.
I do.
And I looked at that and I thought, I have these kinds of things in my house. And I think I'm going to learn some things I'm doing wrong in the next few minutes.
Yeah. And then we'll learn how to
Right.
do right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what we have here, these are all letters from World War II that were exchanged between a local resident, Al Campbell, and his wife, Dorothy. So these are all their correspondence. And this is how he had stored them for years, which in and of itself is fine. He kept them together. He kept them organized, which as an archivist, that's what you hope for. But we can do more. And so one thing that we're actually doing now is, if you look at the envelope, you're like, oh, it's safe in the envelope.
Sure.
Well, yeah, it's protecting it from a lot of things. But then when you actually pull it out, it's folded. But for anyone who has ever just mindlessly sat and played with a piece of paper or a card, if you fold it back and forth 1,000 times, it's going to rip.
Yeah.
And so you can see the creases in the paper.
Yep.
And over time, that's just going to become more brittle. That's just what paper does, especially if it's starting to yellow. There's a lot of acid in there. And so what we're doing is we're taking them out of their envelopes and we're putting them in these acid-free sleeves. And this allows them to rest flat, so to kind of help with the pressure on the creasing. And we're also storing the envelope with them. And these are getting digitized as well as transcribed. And with them being in this book, it's very easy for us to flip through and find those letters as we put them in order. And it's just a simple little way to kind of prolong the life of these, because if I would say in a couple decades, these are going to just pull right apart.
Right.
And we see that in Civil War letters and older letters, but we can do stuff right now to help make sure that it survives a little longer.
And you're not touching it too by putting it in the sleeves.
Oh yeah, and so with paper, as long as your hands are clean and dry, you can handle it, and you don't want to handle it too much, but the less we do, the better. So even now, just being able to do this is going to keep any acid or condensation on my hands, oil, whatnot, from getting on these. And whenever those type of things reach the paper, it breaks it down a little bit. So there's ways that we can still make it accessible and still protect it.
Well, and that's what At-Home Archivist is so great at, that you can give some of these tips and people can ask questions and you really walk away with a lot of knowledge.
Oh, I hope so. And it's just so much fun because it allows you to be creative. So I know some people are okay with putting things in a box and keeping it away, but others want to show it off. And so there's ways to do both in these different safe ways. And so at the end of the program, we open it up for a Q&A session. So if you have stuff at home, bring pictures of it or bring the stories so we can talk about it, figure out what works best. Because objects, as much as we love to look at them, I've said it before, they're so easy to love to death, and they also love being put away. So it's finding that happy medium.
Boy, and for you, this has got to be fun because you're teaching people all the things you employ every day.
Oh, absolutely. And it's really, really fun when people come back and say, oh, I was able to take this album and I was able to get it stabilized, or, now at Christmas, the family can go through all the letters and I'm not worried about the kids getting a hold of them and getting food and stuff on them. So it's really, really rewarding, and it just kind of goes to show that just because it's in a museum does not mean it deserves better treatment than what you have at home. It all deserves the same, and it's very, very doable. So we'll talk about cost-effective ways to do it too, because these boxes can get expensive, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't be able to take care of your stuff at
Yeah.
home.
So should I sign up for can I just show up that night, or should I sign up ahead of time?
So you do have to get tickets, and you can get those on our website at famva.org, so famva.org. For members, tickets are $5, and non-members, they're $7.
Well, what a great! Thank you for doing this, because you've been doing this. You've done this before, and it really is a way to teach all of us. I've learned a lot.
Oh, I'm so glad. That makes me so happy to hear, because like you said, this is something I do every day, and you all have seen the collection. It's a new challenge constantly, because we have everything from letters to photos to, I was putting away wooden signs yesterday. So there's a way to do it for everything.
Well, this is good to get some hints on this, and when the holidays come around, you talk to your family about ways to preserve some things.
Oh yeah, and you can make it fun too. You can make it a whole project where, as you're going through these photos, ask around who's in these photos, when were these taken, and it could be a really great group project and just nostalgic. So it doesn't have to be a chore.
famva.org and at Home Archivists.
Yes, so we'll see you all there.